Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing very well. I'm very excited for today's video and I hope you are as well. I think you're going to enjoy it. Okay, so I'm doing something I've never done before and we're going to be talking about the tabloids and we're going to be talking about one of the most infamous, worst ones out there, which is the Inquirer. Now, this is like the tabloid of all tabloids and it has been forever, right? And I saw this whenever I was in the shop today. And I was looking at these headlines and I was like, this is so crazy. Like, we have J-Lo and Ben's sexless marriage exposed. Madonna on trial for new hot toy boy. Jason Momoa in love again. Battered Brad disowned again. Britney wants her freedom. Dolly Parton mistaken for a hooker. Like, it's like the craziest fucking headlines ever. Mary-Kate Olsen reunites with her ex. Let me tell you something. If every time I rekindled things with a fucking situationship and ended up on the fucking front page of the Inquirer, I would kill myself. Like, this is so deranged. So anyways, I didn't even know that the Inquirer was still a thing. I really didn't know it was still a thing. And also, it was the only magazine that only had one copy left. So bitches are still buying this. Like, I remember whenever I was growing up, my mom was a tabloid queen. I grew up on the tabloids. Like, this is why I am today. Blame Mother McIntyre, because I grew up getting the hand-me-downs of my mom's magazines that she would read. Now, she would never read the Inquirer. I've never seen her read the Inquirer. I feel like the Inquirer is a very American thing, which obviously it is. My mom would read like Heat magazine, OK magazine, like they're like these British tabloids, and they talk about celebrities, but they also talk about like day-to-day normal people, right? And these stories in them would be crazy. They would be like, my husband left me because he was in love with our daughter or something like that, like really fucked up. And I saw them in the shop today and I was like, I would love to do a video where I go through them because they're basically like Reddit threads, but like physical form. And I feel like tabloids, I'm surprised they are still a thing. I feel like everything's moved so like, oh my God, Courtney Cox. Sorry, we're going to go through this, but Courtney Cox is in this. Courtney Cox, love, motherhood, and Matthew. Oh, about Matthew Perry. Dumped by Johnny. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of fun with this. I wonder if I could move my camera down a little bit. Let me see. I want to go through this with you. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of reading here, but it's just crazy to me that there are still fucking tabloids. Like, there are still tabloids. Like, what the fuck? So let's go through this and let's see what is happening. All right, so there's the stories at the front, obviously, but I want to get... Okay, so Ryan shooting his shot, we have right here. I do not know who this is, so we are immediately skipping this. Who is this? Don't know. Don't care. All right, our first person that we recognize, we have Britney wants her freedom. All right, what does this say? The intervention was not to be. As previously reported, after some disturbing incidences, Britney Spears' mother and younger sister were geared up to confront the 42-year-old and try to force her to move back with them in Louisiana. Now, again, it says Britney afraid of her family. It's just like, tabloids are such bullshit, like absolute bullshit. Like, what are the sources as well? You know what I mean? Like, maybe back in the day, but like, who the fuck is reaching out now? But when the time came, the mom of two would not budge. She may have seemed receptive to meeting with Lynn and Jamie Lynn at the start, says a source, that she changed her mind and got paranoid that they were trying to trick her. Ooh. The toxic singer, God, the way that reads is like she's evil, but the singer who sings Toxic has reason to be concerned, though. Sources, who are the sources? Sources say there have been plans to get Britney back under a conservatorship 3 years after she was freed from one, in which her father, Jamie, controlled every aspect of her personal life. She was kept a prisoner for 13 years. The way she tells it, says the source, she's afraid if she gives them an inch, they'll take a mile. She misses her mom and sister, but she doesn't trust anyone in her family. All right, here's the thing. We should do, like, believability of the stories. Very believable. The story is basically just saying she wants her freedom. Elliot and Sophia, first days home with new baby. Who is this? Sophia Richie? We don't care. All right. We have a double spread for J-Lo. we have a double spread for J-Lo and Ben Affleck. Let's get to this. I've been seeing so much. Sorry, I just see J-Lo's new flop album. What the fuck? Okay, let's read this. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about J-Lo and Ben, and quite frankly, J-Lo is so uninteresting to me. Like, I just find her so annoying. She does have some classics, though, even though she doesn't sing most of them, if any of them. No Nookie Night... What? No Nookie Nightmare... Well, I literally don't know what that means. For J-Lo and Ben. What the fuck does that mean? How Bennifer went from sizzle to fizzle. So cringy, dude. Lame lovebirds. Lame lovebirds, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's bickering took a big bite out of their bedroom antics. Who's the source? With sources. Hey! With sources telling the National Enquirer... The action went from red hot to no-go after they've now burnt out from each other. J-Lo privately complains that Ben wasn't up to par in the bedroom. Ooh. That he stopped making an effort and became lazy and boring as a lover. Tattles a tipster. Who is the source for that? Like, who's the source for that? Are you in the bedroom with them? What the fuck? If someone ever wrote this shit about me... The Oscar winner, 51... decamped from their shared home last month for a pricey Brentwood rental less than 2 years after tying the knot with the demanding diva. I want someone to call me a demanding diva. 54. Sources say the dance diva, is she a fucking demanding diva or a dance diva? Make up your mind. Is also dealing with the pressures of her failing album and concert. Now that is true. And shocking news that her scheduled Las Vegas residency might be in jeopardy due to lack of interest. Gosh. But according to our mole, she and her hubby have been interested in bedroom activities all year. They haven't been interested in bedroom activities all year. He was sleeping on the other side of the house for months, and the consensus is they've barely had intimacy, if any, in 2024. Who's the source for this? Snitches the source. Hey! The couple known as Bennifer reunited. And by the way, I didn't care when they reunited. Like, them being a couple was way, like, ahead of my time. I didn't give a shit. Also, J-Lo bothers me so much. She just irritates me. She comes across as so fucking rude. And, like, there's so much to prove it. And also, I'm Team Mariah. We don't know her. Okay, so... The couple known as Bennifer reunited in 2021 and got hitched in 2022 after calling off their 2003 wedding, so a year after I was born. And now Ben privately admits that he regrets their wedding. Sources spill. Ooh. Obviously, when they first got back together, it was electric. That's how it goes when you rekindle. Ben couldn't keep his hands off her. He looks miserable, by the way, in every single like paparazzi video I've ever seen of him. And he now admits that he was blinded by a lust. Squeals a mole. Who is the mole giving you the source? But the bickering and tension took a toll. He was so burnt out and bored by her diva fits, the physical attraction totally wore off. As Inquirer readers know, here's a little bit of lore apparently, the couple made headlines for their cringeworthy PDAs, and our spy says the kissy face became a major turnoff for Ben. J-Lo needs attention non-stop from everyone, and at first Ben was caught up in the excitement, tattles a tipster. He started to get embarrassed when his friends made fun of him. Here are the sources. But when he tried to tone it down, she refused to let him off the hook. He got to a point where he resented having to put on a show. I probably believe this, to be fair. And reformed boozer Ben didn't do the romance any favors with his nasty habits of cigarette and junk food. He's just like me. J-Lo is notoriously disciplined and healthy, so it bugged the heck out of her, insists our informant. I love each different word they're like calling their sources. She put up with it, but it wasn't, attractive. She didn't want to kiss him without handing him a mint first. Also, and honestly, like if your partner smokes, and you don't smoke, like it can be quite disgusting. I'm gonna be real. I'm Team J-Lo on that one. Even though I am impartial to a cigarette. Also, Ben's stubborn refusal to let go of 42 or 52-year-old ex-wife Jennifer Gardner was a major turnoff for jealous J-Lo, snipes a source. She hated that he spent so much time with Garner, says an insider. At this point, it's no shock divorce is on the table. Dun dun dun. There's another page. J-Lo's getting lashings in the National Enquirer. All right. Crumbling Lopez can't get enough. It's so evil. Met Gala co-chair Lopez, who attended the Met Gala, was accused of being rude to a reporter. And if you've seen the videos of her, she's so rude on the red carpet. Her heavily promoted comeback album, This Is Me Now, is a total flop. Jittery Jennifer Lopez is crackling under the pressure as her career crashes all around her. Sources say the failure of her new album, along with the mockery of her Prime Video documentary, which I still haven't watched, and the fucking movie she made. Simple beginnings in the Bronx, because did you know she's from the Bronx? You know that video of her where she's like, when I grew up in the Bronx, have left the doubtful diva feeling very irrelevant to today's audiences and terrified her time as a top star is terminated. In recent weeks, the former fly girl has been put through the meat grinder on social media for treating a reporter like dirt as she strutted her stuff on the red carpet of the Met Gala. When the reporter asked her who she was wearing, she basically gave a very sarcastic response and a very ugly glare, which is true, which is true. And basically everyone was saying that she had such a bad attitude. Insiders say fans are fed up with the singer's transition from neighborhood girl to unapproachable jet setter who has no connection to her old fan base, which is a fair point and also probably why her album flopped. And also the album is terrible. I have listened to it. It's honestly quite terrible. They fear her marriage to movie star Ben Affleck is just another wild PR-driven stunt that is wildly at odds with her baby brand. Add to that her front and center Fashion Week seats next to Vogue editor Anna Wintour couldn't feel more blocked. Nobody bought the This Is Me album, which sank like a stone, or her neighborhood girl act in her documentary. Now her Vegas residency is said to be in jeopardy. One furious fan who claims she and Lopez attended the same school together accuses J-Lo of lying and name-dropping the runner-up of Bronx, saying she came up in the Bronx and stuff. As National Enquirer readers know, sources say, I love how many times they're like, as our readers know, sources say Jennifer is hoping to return to her old stomping grounds of American Idol to stem the tide. Imagine J-Lo judging your singing. That's quite crazy. Basically, now that her tour is, the sales are so low that it got cancelled. And insiders say the Let's Get Loud lady, what a great song, by the way, Let's Get Loud, is looking for anyone to blame, with hubby, I hate that word, Ben Affleck serving as the chief punching bag. When she married Ben 2 years ago, she thought the world would fall in love with their love story and they would become a powerful brand in Hollywood, which I completely think that she thought. Instead, the wheels are coming off and no one cares, basically. All right, so J-Lo got a lot of lashings, and now we're moving on to Madonna. Madonna dumped Madonna on Prowl for new toy boy. Again, she is so me. But aging cougar's ego took a beating. Oh my god. Oh my god. Madonna has been kicked to the curb by her latest toy boy. Is it boy toy or toy boy? It's boy toy. That's actually the name of her company, Boy Toy. It's funny. But insiders blab that the sex-hungry pop cougar has licked her wounds and is already on the prowl for her next young cub. Oh, I hate how this is being phrased. Let me move myself down a little bit. Oh. That's the lowest this camera can go. God, that's crazy. They need to stop calling her a cougar. The 65-year-old Papa Don't Preach songbird had her claws sunk deep into hunky boxing coach Josh Popper, 30, for the better part of 2 years. But sources say he KO'd their love-in, leaving her in the dumpster, but now she's back on the hunt. So, this is obviously the person that they are talking about, right there. Okay. I love her sunglasses there. Madonna took a little bit of a break after the breakup when she split with Josh. I didn't even think they were together. Were they together? Could you imagine just like going on a date with someone and then like the National Enquirer says that you've been dating for 2 years? Fuck me, by that stage I would be in 10 relationships. My God. So it says that Josh wasn't feeling it anymore and pulled the plug and wanted to enjoy his freedom. It was a big ego blow, but now she's back to the same old routine where she pretty much auditions guys until she finds the right boy toy. She vowed never to let her heart get too involved after that because she was crushed by the divorce. Notes the Tattler. So now Madonna treats her lover the same way she would any other business hire. Madonna, the mom of 6, was married to Guy Ritchie, now 55, who helmeted the current hit The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Welfare from 2000 to 2008, and also a failed marriage to Oscar-winning Sean Penn. She now prefers dudes around 3 decades younger, and her lover before Popper was her dancer, 30. She's a very clear type: sexy, athletic, talented, fun, loyal, and passionate. She's now giving a French singer a test run, and then we'll see if it works to be her next boyfriend. Now, I knew that she was, it has like her previous lovers here. I knew she was with the bottom one right there, this one. I didn't know she was with this one. I don't know if I believe this story. I don't know if I believe it. Mary-Kate reunites with her ex. Now, I don't care to read this one, but what I am going to say is what I said earlier. If every time I reunited with a situationship, it ended up in the fucking newspaper, it would be embarrassing. It would be so fucking embarrassing. It would be so embarrassing. Dolly Parton gets a double spread for the article, Dolly Parton, I was mistaken for a hooker. She's getting a double spread here. Let's dive in. Okay. Dolly Parton, I was mistaken for a hooker. During one of the most memorable nights of Dolly Parton's life, she and best friend judge Judy Ogle were in New York City's famed Times Square, the most evil place of all time, by the way. God. Oh my God, her and her husband, I've never seen. Where a man mistaken them for prostitutes. Bum, bum, bum. This was in 1989. Ah, good Taylor album. When the twosome, really hate that they're calling it that. Just say two friends. Why do you have to say twosome? You just made it awkward. When the twosome took a weekend girls trip for some naughty fun. I had never seen an X-rated movie and I was curious, remembers Dolly. We always wanted to go see a real one. We thought it would be something dirty enough to enjoy. We tried to sneak in when no one would see us. There's something real shameful about going in there, but we dared each other to do it. So we went. It had an awful smell in there and we didn't like it at all. We ran out and we started running so nobody would know where we came from. At that time, we didn't know that prostitutes ran in pairs in New York City for prostitution. And there is no way in the world that you can catch a cab on a Friday night in New York City. We didn't know that. That's when they were approached by men who wanted to hire them. This one man came to me and said he was really starting to pull at me and he was trying to handle me and just maul me. Oh, God. I told him, just get away from me and don't bother me. He kept saying, oh, come on, honey, I know you want it. Oh, God. I was doing all the talking because my girlfriend knew that I would get us out of any situationship. It's so sad that women have to go through this. And it is women that have to go through this. And God, men are such pigs. He was offering us money and I said, look, I don't know what is going on here, but we're not interested. We're just trying to make it home. There I was with my big southern accent and my big wig. He thought he had just bargained long enough. If he had, I would give in. He kept pulling at me and I was getting furious and cussing him out. I was saying, you son of a bitch, you dirty bastard. This one man came to me and was really pulling at me because he thought he was a prostitute, just like summarizing it. So here we see this page. God, men are such pigs. I was terrified and I was mad because I can't stand people who pull at me unless I want to be pulled at. And my girlfriend was against the wall, dying laughing. We could have both been R-worded or killed, but she was getting such a kick because she'd never seen this side of me before. I told the boy, you better stop or I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Yes. And I got my gun out of my pocket. I told the man, if you put your hands on me one more time, I will shoot you. Okay, Dolly! Woo! Oh my God. I wouldn't have shot him. I would have shot his feet or shot around the ground. My girlfriend was just hollering, laughing, and boy, I told her when we got rid of him, if you ever do that to me again, I swear to God, I'll whip your ass. She never quit laughing though. So that night, says Dolly, we headed out to a porno movie and it winded up just being a comedy. So basically... And then it says about them meeting. And then we see Dolly and her husband. Oh my God. I've never seen Dolly Parton and her husband before. They're right there. Oh. I've never seen her and her husband before. Never seen. Oh, my camera's moving with me. Hey. Should we just leave it like this? Fine. Okay, Dolly Parton gets a double spread. Jason falls for co-stars. This is Jason Momoa. Don't care. Don't care. Also, the sources for this are probably people who just like see people kissing on a night out and then they have like a fucking spread in the morning. Oh my God. It must be so alienating to be like a celebrity as well and like go on dates because, again, if you're paparazzi, then people will immediately say that you're dating the person. All right. Word searches. Okay. I'll play with that later. Red carpet. Vote your favorite and least favorite. All right. Sure. I'm not going to vote my least or thing. I'm just going to say if I like them. I love Zendaya's. I don't like this. I don't like the other one. I'm doing it in order. I like the other one. I don't like the other one. I don't like it. I don't like Selena's. I like the blue. I love the pink. And then the black is fine, but I mean, nothing we haven't seen before. Okay, some ads, obviously they're making their money. God. It's just like pages of advertisements. 10 things you didn't know about. And it's the Bridgerton star and the girl from Dairy Girls. She's a lot older than I thought. She's amazing. She's done so much amazing work for Palestine. Linda's posh penthouse. We don't care. Celebrity buzz. Okay, we have a Taylor Swift one. I'm surprised there's not more about Taylor because I feel that they would get more sales from people if they wrote about Taylor. Oh my God, sick Celine cheats death. And one about Celine Dion as well. All right, so here we have Taylor and Travis right there. Travis needs to move swiftly. Ha 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 ha. It's trouble in paradise for Americans' lovebirds. Pop thrush. Taylor Swift, an NFL ball hawk. What weird ways are these right? Travis Kelce, the fairy tale sweethearts, both 34. They're both 34? Okay. Are over the moon snuggling with each other, but family, friends, and fans are rocking their love boat by constantly pushing them to tie the knot. That is true, actually. The social media and fan chatter is bad enough, but what's really upsetting Taylor and Travis right now is the constant questioning from friends and family, blabs a telltale. Hey, he's the source. He's the source. Because I know it's not fucking Taylor Swift's publicist Tree because she has that shit under a lock. Not a day goes by that they don't get hit with gentle hints and questions asking if their latest rumors are to be true. It's really stressful for both of them. They haven't even been together that long. What the fuck? She's in love with Maddie Healy. The Torture Poets Department, if you know, you know. Her squad is already miffed after Buzz flew. The Kansas City Chiefs tight end was ring shopping. Oh, I just got the worst case of hiccups. Oh no, this is not a good time to get the hiccups. So basically, apparently Travis Kelce is shopping for rings, and they're expecting the question to be popped at the Super Bowl. Oh wait, they're saying that he was supposed to propose at the Super Bowl, but he got cold feet. You think he would propose? You think he just fell out of a coconut? You think he proposed during the Super Bowl? Please. Where he apparently got cold feet. Now some are reportedly turning on the lug for stalling. She's crazy about him and absolutely wants to marry him. But the constant questions on whether it's going to happen are not helping, notes the squawker. Taylor's worried Travis jitters are becoming a major issue. The more he's pressured, the more he withdraws, and that has put her in quite a mood. Here's the thing. These two people, when they get engaged, if they get engaged, it will be the biggest news story. So they're not going to do that during the Super Bowl, in which they're already going to get attention. They're going to do it on a random fucking day or a day where they need to take attention away from someone else. All right, let's get the Celine Dion one. Sick Celine cheats death. I keep saying death. Singing superstar Celine Dion reveals the day the music almost died when she was so ill with stiff person syndrome, she was about to cash in all her chips. It was a very scary time. The Las Vegas entertainer, 56, confesses to Today host. The My Heart Will Go On singer was forced to take a 2-year pause. Oh my God, I was supposed to see her in Dublin actually, but oh my God, her health. I love that woman, Celine Dion, and I'm always rooting for her. She's been battling with, her autoimmune disease that causes muscles stiffness and painful spasms that could kill. Blood clots, can form, and it's like suffocation from chest and muscle failure. And at one point, she feared that she had completely lost her golden voice. But she said that she's determined to get back on performing and that she wants to return to her Vegas residency end of this year. Even if she just went on and lip synced or something like that, people would just support, seeing Celine Dion. But the health is the main thing. What is this story? Monster. Wait, what? Oh, some of these stories are vulgar. No, stories are vulgar. They have a couple normal people stories and they're fucking vulgar. I'm just gonna let you read this. I'm not reading that. We're doing a tabloid video. That's scary. It's devastating. What the fuck? Mom shamed by fans. Oh, of course. The misogynistic media has an entire double spread on mommies being mom shamed. Nice. So, who's our first mommy that has been shamed? Paris Hilton. She's listening. Paris Hilton took action after fans shamed her for buckling Phoenix 16 months and 6 months old London in car seats facing forward and strapping them in. She said, "Thank you for the mom advice. I'm new to this." So basically, they should have been facing around the other way. We have Rimmer Willis. Don't know who that is. Sophie Turner. In a recent interview with British Vogue, the 28-year-old said she faced harsh criticism in the wake of her split from Joe Jonas for attending a rap party whenever her children 3 and 2 were with her dad, and she got shamed for that. Oh yeah, because when you become a mother, you can't live your life. And also what really bothers me about that is Joe Jonas also parties and clubs or whatever, but why is it an issue for the mother to do it? Also when the kids are 3 and 2. Get a babysitter. They're also with the dad. Fuck off. Hilary Duff. She really be pushing out a lot of kids. And her husband is sexy though, so I get it. Knowing that she'd gotten flack when she showed off her older daughter Banks' newly pierced ears when the tot was 8 months old, the 36-year-old was ready when she had her second daughter Maze pierced 2 years later. "Yes, I pierced her ears today," she posted. "Can't wait for the internet to call me a child abuser again. Let's go." God. Okay, what? Priscilla and grandkid bury Graceland axe. Don't really care. Don't really care. Okay. Any other stories that I'm interested in? Demi Moore's amazing comeback. Not interested. I feel like I'm giving the perception of like the younger generation, like what they would read in an article. So maybe I'm giving good, helpful advice here. Chris Hemsworth, fame, family, and second chances. Don't care. Don't care. Give me drama. All right. I think we're gonna bye filler. God, again, a double spread focusing solely on women. Bye filler. Stars are dissolving their dermal injections for more natural looks. All right, so who do we have here? We have number 1, Courtney Cox. Right here. Courtney Cox is the first example that they're giving. Courtney Cox, fillers were not her friend. After years of too many injections, Courtney Cox, 60, got rid of them all, and she looks amazing now. "I messed up a lot, and now luckily I was able to reverse that." She adds, adding, "It's a domino effect. You don't realize you look a little off, so then you keep doing more, because you look normal to yourself." So basically, here's the before and after of Courtney Cox. She looks amazing now. Olivia Culpo, don't know who that is. Bad Baby. Oh my god, not Bad Baby being in here. I haven't heard that name in a very long time. Look at that. I haven't heard of Bad Baby in a while. Though the rapper is only 21, she had been a filler fiend until April, when she opted to remove them. "I had cheeks, lip, and chin filler," she explained in a video. "It makes you look so much older and blocks your lymphatic drainage system, causing pillow face." All right. Who else do we have? Kristen Davis, don't know who you are. Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna. Can't help but love this fucking crazy, evil woman. Lisa Rinna, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star, has never been shy about her love of nips and tucks, but the latest needlework was a bust. "Skin Vive is not for everyone, and it was not good to me." Lisa, 60, shares. "Luckily, we could just dissolve it, but it didn't stop her from experimenting in the future. I'm always open to trying new things that sound good to me in the moment." She also looks the exact same in these photos, by the way. She looks the exact same. She's just like smiling in one of them. All right. Now, they basically, what's so funny about them having an article, double page, hating on J-Lo, at the end, they have like a praising J-Lo article at the end. There is one story that I do want to read just out of curiosity with myself, and it is a Courtney Cox one, and it's talking about Matthew Perry. So as you can see right here, I love Courtney Cox so much, by the way. I love Cougar Town, that show. I need to start watching it again. Courtney Cox, love, motherhood, and Matthew. Is that really what? She looks amazing. She looks so good. She looks so good. All right. As she turns 60, the intensely private actress opens up like she never has before. So here we see a photo of the Friends cast with the late Matthew Perry in it. In just a few months, Courtney Cox and the Friends cast will celebrate the 30th anniversary of the hit sitcom's debut. In May, they marked another hard-to-believe milestone. It's been 20 years since the series finale of Friends, Courtney wrote. I don't know how we were able to get through that with all, we were forever grateful. I don't know how we were able to get through it, all the tears. It's not all she's been reflecting on. On the occasion of her 60th birthday, June 15th, Courtney is opening up about everything from coping from the shocking death of her friend and co-star Matthew Perry last fall to the secret regrets and truth about her love life. And more honest about her personal life. Courtney is at a point where she just wants to be authentic and unapologetic about that, even if others might not get it, says a source. Who are the sources? You're basically saying how she feels. You're like, sources say, here's her feelings. That's her feelings. What the fuck? She doesn't care what people think. That's evident when she talks about her that's evident when she talks about how nearly 8 months after Matthew drowned in his hot tub, after, acute effects of ketamine, she feels his presence. He visits me a lot, if you believe in that, she confides. Adding, I talk to my mom, my dad, and Matthew. I feel like there are a lot of us who guide us, like a lot of people. I sense Matthew around for sure. While dealing with losing Matthew, Courtney had also been trying to make peace with being an empty nester. It's an adjustment. She admits that Coco Arquette, who actually is a mucker, shout out to Coco Arquette. She reached out to me and she watches the videos. Blew my mind. Hey, babe. Coco Arquette. Sorry, Coco, if you see this, and I'm literally talking about you. She's very sweet. Basically that she's leaving for college, or she left for college last fall. I expected her to need me more than she does. I miss that girl every minute. On an April podcast, Courtney admitted she wished she'd done things differently in raising her only child. I should have trusted myself, and I should have stepped in. When Coco insisted on dealing with issues on her own, earlier on, when she was a kid, I wish I'd been a firmer parent. Ooh, Coco, she's calling you out. If this is even true. Courtney doesn't want to have any more regrets. She's been happily in love with musician Johnny McDade, his family live in Derry, and he's Irish and from Derry. And that's when I met Courtney Cox, when she was visiting Derry, and I got to meet her, and she was amazing. She was amazing. I was very young, though. I was very young. Is leaning into her passions. The self-described clean freak is growing Home Court, the line of luxury cleaning and household products, and is cherishing her oldest friendships, including the Friends cast. After experiencing so much loss and love, Courtney knows how lucky she is. And then it goes, dumped by Johnny. Courtney and Johnny McDade have been together for more than a decade and are happily unwed. I'm married in my heart. Not everyone wants to get married, even especially if they've been married before or they have kids. Also, some people just don't want to be married. Leave them alone. Getting married is not a sign of a healthy relationship, by the way. Look at how many people get divorced. They've had their rough patches, including the one time he dumped her in 2015. We broke up in therapy. I didn't know it was coming, she confesses, adding, he just broke up with me within the first minute. And I was like, what? We were engaged and I was so shocked. I was in so much pain. Ultimately, they reunited and she's so thankful for the split because she got to work on, work on herself. And it's a different relationship now. Lessons learned. She looks gorgeous. I love Courtney Cox. She is a good woman. All right. Wow. This was actually surprisingly interesting. All right. If you want me to do this again, please let me know. The tabloids are so crazy, and it just, God, I can't believe they're still a thing. I really cannot believe they're still a thing. Anyways, let me know if you enjoyed this. We might do it again. I had fun. All right, I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.